the exciting conclusion of Owl's jump over the owner of the Crossroads clothing store in Lake City, Florida's wife's Datsun station wagon on his Yamaha dirt bike. Built the ramp, ready to go. Crowd of 500 people lining the streets. What happened then, Al?
Well, back up a few steps. Norman comes along and opens the door of the car.
Which I don't understand the physics of that, why Norman opened the door.
Because he wouldn't go airborne, he'd go through it.
That's how it was going to happen.
But wouldn't you... okay, I see what you're saying. The car was turned sideways. The car was perpendicular to your path of assault?
Right.
Thank you. Okay.
This was the car that the owner of the clothing stores,
his wife, station wagon.
Boy, I tell you, everybody's committed to this thing, weren't they?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
It takes a village to raise an idiot, apparently.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We didn't vote yet on what's going to happen to Al. I say that Al broke at least. I'm going to say his arm. He broke something in his body.
I'm going to say he almost cleared the car, but smashed down on top of it and tore up the roof of the Datsun. What do you think?
I'm going to say he died, and the guy on the phone is a medium who's transmitting out through it.
What do you think, Todd? What happened? You already know you can't say. All right, let's go, Al.
Okay, so that ramp has to go. They quickly build me a new ramp, and to make a long story short, all I really had to do was hit this ramp in maybe first or second gear and clear the car, and no problem. I back up probably 100 feet and see all these people standing there, to watch me, and get a little too excited. So it's first gear tapped out, then second gear tapped out, third, then fourth. Wow. And I hit the ramp, and I hit the ramp at such speed and with such force, I guess, the tire begins to spin on this plywood ramp. And at the end of the ramp, this knobby tire on the dirt bike hooks up on the end of the plywood ramp, and the motorcycle goes straight up, probably 20 to 30 feet.
Wow.
And,
straight in the air? Straight up in the air with you on it, Al?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, for a minute. And at this point, I'm thinking, hey, I can see my house from up here. But it became pretty obvious that the motorcycle and I were not going to hit the ground together without a lot of pain. So I decided to bail off and watch the motorcycle go away from me, level off, land, and roll to a stop. But the funny thing was, I was still in the air. I probably could have cleared 20 to 25 cars if they had been there. And
how did you come down? Not
too good. Landed luckily just on one foot. Broke my heel. Was young and had good bones at that time, but broke my heel, knocked my breath out, and that's always embarrassing.
So I was right. He broke something.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What do I win? Do I win something?
Hey.
You win a T-shirt from Al's Big Jump at the Crossroads Clothing that says, "I was there."
I'm laying around somewhere.
Wow.
What was the reaction of the crowd?
Yeah.
Oh, you could hear the crowd sucking air, when I was 20 feet in the air.
Wow.
And got a big round of applause and an attaboy, but that's all I got out of that deal, that and a reputation.
He didn't, you mean the owner didn't he didn't duke you a little something extra for that?
No, all the free hot dogs I could eat, that was about it.
I meant to ask you, and I forgot, had you ever successfully jumped anything on your dirt bike prior to this?
No,
I had jumped dirt jumps on, motocross.
Right.
Yeah, but not cars or stuff.
No cars.
So did you get a woman as a result of this? Because,
Well, that had a lot to do with the whole stunt, but that's always the case. I was trying to impress this beautiful girl that worked with me, but didn't get a whole lot of sympathy out of that deal either. So,
I'm sorry.
What do you do these days, Al?
Actually, I'm the office manager at Suzuki Kawasaki of Gastonia.
Who better?
I'm still messing with motorcycles.
Who better? So I encourage anyone in the market for a bike or bike parts to go see Al at Suzuki Kawasaki of Gastonia.
Al, that was well told.
That's a great story.
Thank you.
Now,
I have a dozen more when you have time.
How about we may set aside a whole motocross day?
I think with Al, it's a month.
Yeah, let's make a note of that, Todd, so I remember to do that. I do want, before we let you go, to get a quick update on Norming Flaming Wall of Death Green. Is he still getting it going on in Lake City?
Yeah.
The last I heard, Storming Norman Green is still around. My younger brother is service manager at a dealership there in Lake City, and we both stayed in motorcycles. And just a few months ago, he mentioned Norman coming in the store. So, yeah, he and I both survived.
But now he knows better. With the flaming wall, you have to let it char
Let
a
it die
little.
down a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. I don't think he ever attempted that again.
Yeah, right.
Al,
All right.
what a great story. Thanks
Well told,
for calling.
Al. Thank you, man.
Great
Thank
job.
you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
We
Okay.
did. Thank you.
Yeah, how could you not? That's fantastic.
And you'll hear that again. I have a feeling Todd's going to save that one as the best.